today I shall discuss about climate of India, and in this I will cover various seasons in Indian subcontinent. And you know, the climate of Indian subcontinent is of tropical monsoon type, which has four distinct seasons, that is winter, summer, rainy and post monsoon. But before going through these seasons, we should know about pressure belts, general atmospheric circulation of wind and jet streams. You can see here, this is equator, where the northeast trade wind of northern hemisphere and southeast trade wind of southern hemisphere converge and meet. So, it is also known as intertropical conversion zone, that is ITCZ. This ITCZ is the warmest place of the earth, due to which warm air, which is light, rises from this ITCZ due to convection, leading to low pressure at ground surface. You can see low pressure is created at the surface. Now, in upper atmosphere, this warm air gets cooled and bifurcate in two directions, one towards south and another towards north. After cooling in upper troposphere, it becomes heavy and so it settles down at 30-degree latitudes in both hemispheres. This 30-degree latitude where cool and heavy air sinks is known as horse latitude or subtropical high pressure zone. So, you can see how high pressure is created in both hemispheres. This is known as horse latitude or subtropical high pressure zone. Again at ground, the wind bifurcate in north and south directions to up to 60-degree latitude and towards equator, where air again rises up in the troposphere, creating low pressure at the surface. So, you can see how low pressure is being created at 60-degree latitude. This rising air again sinks at pole because there always remains high pressure due to freezing temperature. So, we have 7 alternate low and high pressure zones on the earth. Here you can see in northern and southern hemispheres, the wind is moving from high pressure area to low pressure area. This is high pressure and this is low pressure. Again, this is high pressure. So, wind is moving from high pressure to low pressure, like this. In both of these hemispheres, the wind is moving towards equator from subtropical high pressure belts, leading to trade winds such as northeast trade wind in northern hemisphere and southeast trade wind in southern hemisphere. Similarly, you can see the westerlies in between 30 to 60-degree latitude in both hemisphere, and polar easterlies in between poles and 60-degree latitude. Beside this, there are two permanent westerly jet streams in each hemisphere, and these westerly jet streams are subtropical jet stream and polar jet streams, which are present at 20 to 30 degree and 60 to 65 degree latitudes. These jet streams are high speed westerly winds blowing near tropopause in both hemispheres. These jet streams as well as pressure belts keep on shifting northward and southward depending upon movement of sun from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn or vice versa through equator. Let's see different seasons of Indian subcontinent. The first season is winter season, which extends from mid-December to mid-March with the average temperature between 10 to 27 degrees centigrade. Now, have a look on world political map. Here you will see this is Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degree north latitude. This is equator at 0 degree latitude, and this is Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degree south latitude. You know, winter season in northern hemisphere occurs when sun shines in southern hemisphere. That is when sun is far from northern hemisphere. You can see at equinox, that is 21st March and 23rd September. The sun shines vertically over the equator. At this time, there remains alternate low and high pressures at 0 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree latitudes. But after this, as sun moves to south towards Tropic of Capricorn, as happens in winter season, the pressure belts begin to shift towards south, and so the westerlies also shifts towards south. You can see how different pressure belts and westerlies are shifting towards south. So, the subtropical jet streams, which was earlier passing above Indian subcontinent, begins to touch Indian subcontinent, where it is bifurcated by Himalaya and Tibetan Plateau into two branches. The first branch is positioned in north of the Tibetan Plateau and second branch is located south of the Tibetan Plateau. You can see here when these pressure belts moves towards south, you can see east, west, north and south. When pressure belt is shifting towards, or you can say sun is moving towards south in southern hemisphere, the pressure belt together with westerlies will shift toward south. Now, this subtropical jet stream, which was earlier passing above Indian subcontinent, now it is being shifted towards south and begin to touch the Indian subcontinent, and it is bifurcated by the Himalaya and Tibetan Plateau into two branches, one towards north and other towards south. At the same time, upper air high pressure and anticyclonic conditions are developed in troposphere over the Afghanistan and Pakistan. Consequently, the winds tend to move over northwestern part of India, resulting into the development of atmospheric stability and dry conditions. Beside, the upper air westerly jet stream also causes periodic changes in general weather conditions because they lie over the temperate low pressure cyclonic waves which move from west to east under the influence of tropospheric jet stream across the Mediterranean Sea and reach Pakistan and northwest India. These cyclones very often called as western disturbances. The arrival of these western disturbances causes precipitation and sudden decrease in air temperature. On an average, 4 to 8 cyclonic waves per month reach in northwest India between April to October, but they are more frequent during January and February. Now, the second season is summer season. It extends from mid-March to May, and the average temperature of this season remains in between 27 to 32 degrees centigrade. The hot season continues from mid-March to the end of May. In fact, with the northward march of the overhead sun after vernal equinox, you can see here in summer season after 21st March the sun is moving in northern hemisphere. So the low pressure area is shifting towards north. With the northward march of the overhead sun after vernal equinox, that is 21st March, temperature rises abruptly, mainly over North India, and continues to rise up to June when the sun is vertical over the Tropic of Cancer, that is summer solstice on 21st June. Now, third season is a rainy season which extends from June to September, and the average temperature of this rainy season remains in between 20 to 30 degrees centigrade. You know, rainy season starts from June and continues up to September. The sun is vertical over the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June. Thus, the low pressure zone ITCZ, that is intertropical convergence zone, moves northward up to 20 to 30 degree north latitude. This causes passing of complete westerly jet from the north side of Himalaya. You can see how this subtropical jet is passing north from Himalaya. So, there is no bifurcation of westerly jet. This was explained by Flown, and that is why it is also known as Flown's law. This causes formation of low pressure in upper tropospheric jet stream over Pakistan and northwest India. Below this tropospheric jet stream, there is already thermally induced low pressure belt at ground surface. The upper air pressure is less than lower air, and thus the warm air from lower surface is sucked by upper surface, and this is known as burst of monsoon. Since pressure belts are shifted in north during summer season. In northern hemisphere, due to this, the southeast trade winds of southern hemisphere cross the equator and enters in northern hemisphere. But after crossing the equator, it becomes southwesterly due to Coriolis force, and this was explained by Ferrel. So, it is also known as Ferrel's law. So, you can see here how the trade winds, southeast trade wind of southern hemisphere crosses the equator and its direction changes to southwest due to Coriolis force. Now, this southwest trade wind moves towards India after crossing Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. Now, this wind collects water from these and known as southwest monsoon. The tapering end of the Indian peninsula divides southwest monsoon into two branches, that is Arabian Sea branch and the second one is Bay of Bengal branch. This is Bay of Bengal branch and this is Arabian Sea branch. The Arabian Sea branch strikes the western Ghats and causes rain in Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Goa and Gujarat. Similarly, Bay of Bengal branch strikes with Assam hills such as Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills and causes rain in Assam, Meghalaya. After this, it moves towards west and causes rain in Bihar, UP and MP. Now, the fourth season is post-monsoon season. The post-monsoon season stretches from October to mid-December. After autumnal equinox, that is 23rd September, when the sun shines at equator, the southwest monsoon begins to withdraw due to weakening of low pressure system in the northwestern part of India. Consequent upon southward migration from the equator and withdrawal of intertropical convergence from over India. The southwest monsoon is finally withdrawn from northwest India by the end of September, resulting into clear weather. It may be mentioned that while the arrival of monsoon is sudden and abrupt, its withdrawal is rather gradual. By the second week of October, the southwest monsoon is withdrawn from about two-thirds territory of India. The withdrawal of intertropical convergence from over Indian subcontinent and its shifting to the south of the equator results in the equatorward extension of the northern polar worlds, which is the repositioning of tropospheric westerly jet streams to the south of the Himalaya and re-establishment of northeast trade wind over the Indian subcontinent. The northwest India is now under the grip of the anticyclonic conditions, giving birth to westerly dry winds in the Gangetic plains. The northeasterly winds, while travelling over Bay of Bengal, picks up moisture and give much rainfall in the coastal plains of Andhra Pradesh. You can see how this northeast trade winds passes through Bay of Bengal and collects moisture and after collection it causes rain in the coastal plains of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. This is considered as retreating monsoon rain. The general air circulation pattern in the country is westerly in the north, or you can say northwestern part, and the Ganga plain, northeasterly in the eastern and peninsular India, and easterly in the coastal plains. The weather of the eastern coastal regions in South India, mainly Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh, are largely influenced by tropical depressions, that is, cyclones, which originate in Bay of Bengal and create havoc in the east coastal lands of the country between October and December. So that's all about different seasons in Indian subcontinent. Thank you very much.